My name is Debbie Love, and I've been in cheer for 47 years.
Aim for excellence, not success. So we're not aiming to win. We're not aiming to get a band. We're not aiming for anything out there. All we're doing is aiming for excellence on our part every day. Each one of us doing the best job that we can possibly do, okay? So focus on you, and you doing your part, your counts, everything that you need to do.
I would say my fields of expertise are in injury prevention, conditioning, flexibility, sports psychology, and tumbling.
A lot of times in our industry, we get a little mixed up, guys. We think success is everybody knowing us, or everybody looking on YouTube and finding us and thinking that we're the greatest thing in the world. That's not success. Okay, that's society's definition of success. Our definitions of success should be doing the best job that we can do at our job, okay? So my main goal for you all is not only to make you really great athletes, but to make you great people.
I did a lot of studying on interval training, which is the closest thing to our routines that you can look at, because there's been no research on cheerleading routines. But they're 2.5 minutes. An aerobic routine starts at 3 minutes, and an anaerobic routine ends at 2 minutes. So our routines are around 73% anaerobic and 27% aerobic. Therefore, the training that we need to get us prepared to do the routine needs to be an anaerobic or an interval cycle.
Warming up is so very important. To be able to do the difficulty that we do with flipping and twisting your body, you have to be properly prepared to do so that it lessens the chance of injury. You have to train for them, and that involves every day, 7 days a week. We usually go through about 20 to 30 minutes of preparing, conditioning, making sure they're properly stretched, and warming up all parts of the body to be able to flip and twist the way they do.
I designed the idea of taking 6 exercises and doing them for a minute each. And then in between, I put a little blast of cardio in there, and that produces a really nice anaerobic workout.
6 stations actually came from Debbie Love. She works with us here at the gym. She gets a lot of our teams and a lot of our athletes prepared that way. It's a quick way to work all parts of the body and to get everything warmed up and prepared.
We're going to do my warm-up today with me, and then you'll know how to do it from now on, okay? Because some of you do parts of it, but if you don't do the whole thing, you're not doing your body any good.
My warm-up technique pretty much has been consistent since I've been at GymTyme, and the reason being is because of Debbie. She has this workout circuit that she does. It usually gets every single body part going and the muscles all warmed up and the blood flowing in the body pretty much.
My technique and warm-up has changed a lot over time since working with Debbie Love and experiencing a lot of different coaches throughout my cheer career.
Since I've got to Louisville, my warm-up technique has changed because Debbie Love is she has her own website on working out and warming up, and she's really enhanced my performance.
Debbie has always been my coach for a really long time since I was really little, so I always follow her stretching and her warm-up and everything.
I'm also very, very big in making sure that the kids know and do their basics perfectly. For instance, in tumbling, I want them all to be able to do front and back walkovers. I want them to do forward rolls. I want them to do front handsprings. They have to go through a sequence of progressions.
Whenever I go to train, I make sure I drink a lot of water, and then I'll usually eat a banana 2 hours before practice.
So I see you're eating a banana. Talk to me about that.
To stay healthy.
Yeah. A little something before you work out?
Yeah, potassium.
Before practice, I typically try to eat a banana and drink a lot of water.
I try to get at least 2 water bottles before practice.
I actually have a terrible diet. One thing I usually always have before practice, and it's always necessary, is a Red Bull.
Before I warm up, I usually just drink a lot of water and maybe a granola bar.
I probably just have a little granola bar or a power bar.
I eat lots of grilled chicken and vegetables and fruit and stuff. I try to be really healthy, so.
I also sometimes take the routine music and have them do an exercise that's very much like the activity that's going on in the routine at that point, so that they do a 2.5-minute routine of conditioning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I like to dance a lot.
Driving here, me and Eric will just go crazy in the car because it's a 30-minute drive.
I usually kind of goof off a little bit and like talk to everybody and like get in the zone of like practice.
You got baby nail. Baby nail.
Do I get half off?
Well, before practice, I'm usually sleeping after class and then before practice.
For my warm-up, I kind of just like listen to music.
It doesn't really matter what type of music it is. As long as it's getting me pumped up for practice, it's doing the job.
I listen to a lot of hip hop and R&B while warming up.
I'm not a big cheer music fan, so I usually just like a lot of hip hop. I prefer more like old school hip hop.
Don't laugh, but I like Snoop Dogg and Warren G and all the old school guys.
Honestly, before a competition, I usually listen to Eminem, but that's about it.
Anything Beyonce.
I'll listen to Lil' Kim, a little Nicki Minaj,
Christina Aguilera.
some Trina.
Any of those ladies to get me going.
Like Little John and the East Side Boys, I love getting warmed up or even warming up tumbling to them because it just gets me so hyped.
Kind of music that gets me going is some raggedy music, like ratchet music.
Eric will listen to all that ratchet stuff.
He liked the way I make that bleep vibrate, twerk, bend it over, make the thing shake, twerk.
The best part of warming up for me is running.
Probably going through our 6 stations because I really like doing that because it just gets my body ready.
My body's always sore. I'm getting old now, so stretching is probably the best part.
You know, running around with the team and talking and dancing and playing, but still getting in a good workout.
Being with the team and actually, you know, doing everything together as one, you know, as a unit, almost being like an army.
Getting into the whole, you know, gist of things because sometimes you come in and you're like, I can't do it.
Talking to each other and motivating each other through our warm-up, it actually helps us, or helps me, I could say for a fact, helps me push harder. I mean, if I have like my flyer next to me, you know, doing push-ups right next to me, it's making me work harder. I'm like, hey, she's a girl, and I'm about 2 times her size, so.
Best part of warming up is when you're done.
While you're stretching, guys, for those of you who don't know, I have one rule. That is, if I speak, you look for my voice, okay? Because I'm not gonna yell, I'm not gonna talk loudly, okay? Everybody go to this end, you have one butt scoot all the way across and back. Guys, don't let your heels touch. At all. Never.
Debbie's being so mean. She's hurting my body.
Yeah, don't mess with Deb. Don't mess with Deb.
The worst part of warming up is conditioning because I'm tired before practice.
Worst part is being dead tired and know that's just the beginning. That was the first 10 minutes of your practice and you're already dead tired.
The 6 stations we do, we work on arms, abs, and legs.
And they all work different parts of the body, which is
a lot of different things that I don't really know the names of, never really heard of until encountering Debbie Love.
There's this one station where we use our legs, we do lunges. Another station we do abs, crunches, you have to stay in a hollow position. When we do push-ups, you have to be wrist over shoulders, make sure you push up, body, chest to the floor.
You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing, son. You ain't nothing, son. You think you are? You think you are? What? I gotta go back to tomorrow. Yeah, go back.
And then you run a lap.
What is this called? No, the one where you go...
Candlestick jumps.
Candlesticks. The next one after that is candlesticks.
A one-leg candlestick is when you jump up with one leg, you roll back on your back with your legs still up, and then you continue and you jump up again with one leg up. It's really hard.
And that really works the glutes and the hamstrings because you need powerful glutes and hamstrings in order to tumble really well.
Prone holds.
And then the next one is like crunches and V-ups and like stuff for like jump exercises kind of.
So we do these little like pike V-ups And then we do those little shoulder taps on the side that really gets, you know, the little muffin tops on the side.
And then you run a lap, and then you do like glute exercises for like your hamstrings and everything.
Which you lay on your back and pretty much you have your heel on the ground with your hips up.
Then you run a lap.
We have plank holds, we have push-ups.
I personally like to do the ab station and the push-up stations because, I mean, push-ups are my thing.
And, you know, that's good for your obliques. And then the one after that, it's the very last one. That one is squats, you know. Drop that booty all the way down to the ground, pick it back up real quick.
And then we run laps in between each station.
No?
What?
You didn't ask me for a ride today.
How many do you got?
I know I've had a good warm-up when we're about to do everything in the routine, and I'm confident and I really don't have to think about it.
After I do conditioning and my muscles start to get more like pumped.
When this old body isn't hurting anymore is how I know I had a good warm-up.
I know that I've had a good warm-up when I feel like I'm really loose and I can do anything.
Pretty much just when my muscles feel loose and my body's good to go.
My muscles are loose. I feel like all my stunts and tumbling is hitting perfectly. When everyone's working together, I know that we have a good warm-up.
When everyone has a good attitude, usually everything hits, so that's when we have a good warm-up.
I can usually tell on my jumps because if my jumps are raggedy, then that's not good.
Oh no. You always want to make sure that you take your time with your warm-up, and it is really important because it prevents injuries and it gets your body going, you know.
Just so that we can keep our bodies safe and not have to take ourselves out of cheerleading for any point in time.
Make sure that you warm up all of your like legs, arms, and core before you start to do anything, because if you go on a cold body, you can really injure yourself.
I've seen a lot of injuries from people not warming up, and it's just being lazy and not actually doing what you're supposed to do.
Injuries, just like with any sport, happen a lot, and you have to be prepared for them. I think anything that you can do to help prevent injuries is what you want to prepare for. So we prepare our athletes on a daily basis, 7 days a week, to be able to do the skills that they're going to perform.
I have been injured. I've hurt both my ankles.
Simplest thing is just stretching out your Achilles. You know, that could be your injury right there. Making sure everything's stretched out is very important.
I have been injured. If I don't warm up specifically, I can pull a muscle and it's not good.
I have been injured before. I actually had back surgery about 4 years ago now.
I've definitely learned throughout all of my years of cheerleading that warming up is very important.
So I feel like once I got older, I had to do a lot more warming up and stretching and working out compared to when I was little. I was just able to go and do it.
That's right. It's just those iliopsoas muscles.
Wow. Some advice or tips that I could give about warming up is make sure that you're always stretched out and that your body's not cold, you're warm and ready to go, because it is so easy to pull a muscle.
The biggest advice I can give about warm-up is even if you hate it, like I do, because I hate it most of the time, still do it. It's literally going to be the best, and it's going to improve all your tumbling. We gain more power and technique when we have those little things mastered.
My baby.
Stay tuned, keep watching Cheerful Out. Be sure to subscribe to SkitzTV. You don't want to miss what happens next.